Hello CraftDee Family, and welcome to another tutorial by She's So Crafty. For today's DIY project, we'll be creating 2 budget-friendly DIY projects for your home. Now these projects feature the use of real wood and are combined together with other elements to make the perfect decor pieces for your space. Now for your convenience, I provided the list of supplies and tools used to make these projects in the description box below. Now I am super excited to share this tutorial with you, but before we start, I wanted to say hello and welcome back to my fantastic subscribers and visitors to my channel. Now if you are a new visitor to my channel today and love to create fun and easy DIY projects on a budget, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also click that notification bell so you will be the first to know when a new DIY tutorial is ready to share with you. So now, let's jump right into these projects. Now project number 1 is a 2-piece wall sconce set. Now for this project we'll need 2 packs of these gallon stir sticks, 2 jars or vases from the Dollar Tree, some thick jute twine, 2 utility hooks from the Dollar Tree, and also some florals of your choice. Now the first thing we want to do is to take both packs of the gallon paint stir sticks and measure and mark a cut line of about 9 inches. Now I will be cutting these with my saw, but we want to make sure to remove 2 sticks from each package before cutting. And here are all the pieces cut and ready. So now I'm going to prepare to stain, so I'm gathering up my staining supplies. Now I will be using my favorite stain, Jacobian by Minwax. Now these sticks have a printed side and a plain side, so make sure for these you stain just the plain side. Now I'm going to just apply 1 coat of the stain to the stick, and I want to make sure you get the sides and the ends as well. And then once all the pieces are stained, you're just going to sit them out to dry. Now that the pieces are dry, we're going to separate 8 of the short sticks and 2 of the long sticks to assemble the project. Now I'm going to lay out my grid mat to help with the alignment of the pieces. Now I'm going to place the 2 long sticks 5 inches apart and then evenly space the 8 short sticks on top. Now once evenly spaced, I'm going to use this wood glue from the Dollar Tree to secure these into place. Now once the piece sets, you want to flip it over, and then I want to add staples to secure it better into place. So I'm just starting by adding 2 staples at the top, and then I'm going to flip it over to make sure they're not going through to the other side. And then I can continue to staple the entire piece. And then I'm going to repeat the process for the other set of sticks. So now I'm going to take 2 of those cut off paint stick pieces and I'm going to apply it in the back in the middle of that second stick down. Now the purpose of this is to provide more support for the hook that we'll be using. We're going to adhere some wood glue to the back of the piece and stick it right in the middle of that second piece. And then I'm going to apply a staple on each end of each piece. So now I'm just going to grab my piece of scrap wood and I'm going to use this to help drill my holes. Now I'm going to take one of my utility hooks and I want to center it on that piece we just added. I'm going to take a pencil and I want to mark the 2 holes where the screws go. And then I'm going to drill pilot holes for the screws using one of the bits that's smaller than your screw. And then repeat this for the other piece. And now I'm just going to drill 2 holes at the top as shown, and this will be for our jute twine. And now all of our holes are drilled. And then I'm going to apply 2 coats of this flat black spray paint to our utility hooks. Now while those dry, I'm going to use one of these 1/2 inch wire nails at the top of the 2 sticks for extra support since they will be weight bearing. Now since these are small, I'm going to be using my needle nose pliers to hold them while I nail them in place, and I only want them to go in about 3/4 of the way to prevent them from going through to the other side. And once they're all nailed in, just take a pair of wire clippers and clip off the nail heads on the part that you didn't nail in. So the next thing I'm going to do is to add my jute string. Now I like to trim the edge, and I like to add just the tiniest bit of warm glue on the end to help feed it through the hole. Now please use finger protectors if this bothers you, but I think I've been doing this so long, I've lost all feeling in my tips, so I just twist it between my fingers and I push it through the hole without a problem. And now you just want to make your strings even and make sure that the hang is going to be even on both pieces. And once it is even, go ahead and tie knots on the ends to keep the string from running back through. And then just clip off all of the tails. So now our utility hooks are dry and we can add them on. Now I'm going to be using the screws that came with them, and so I'm just going to apply them in with a screwdriver. So once they're all applied, I'm going to cover the screw heads with a dab of this black acrylic paint to blend it all in. So now we can add our hanging vases or mason jars to those hooks, and then add any flowers or greenery as we desire. And here is the completed project. Now I think these turned out simply adorable. Now I love the beautiful combination of the ivory flowers and the rich color of that Jacobean colored wood. Give a thumbs up if you love that Jacobean stain as much as I do. And the great thing about it is you can change out the flowers as you like to cater to all seasons. Now project number 2 is a shadow box frame home design. Now for this project we'll need 1 pack of these 5-gallon stir sticks, a piece of foam board from the Dollar Tree. We'll also need a scrap of black foam or black poster board, some boxwood greenery, and 6 tumbling tower blocks. So the first thing we're going to do is take our 5-gallon stir sticks, and I want to measure and mark a cut line of about 17 inches. And then I'm just going to cut this with my saw. So after cutting, I'm going to remove one of the sticks, and I want to mark it at the center point, and it ended up being 8.5 inches, and I want to cut that in half as well. And now I'm going to go ahead and prepare to stain, so I'm gathering up my supplies and using my Jacobean stain by Midwax. Now for these, I'm going to be applying the stain to both sides of the stick, including the printed side. We want to make sure we get the sides and ends as well. And once they're all stained, set them to the side to dry. Now for my letters, I'm going to be using this free template that I've linked below in the description box for you to use. I'm also going to be using this foam sheet to trace and cut out my letters. Now you can use poster board if you don't have foam sheet. So I'm going to cut out the letters out and out of the printer paper, and then I'm going to be taping them to that foam sheet with printer's tape. Now I'm going to be using greenery for my O, so I'm not going to be cutting out the O for this project, but you can if you like. And once taped into place, I'm just going to cut out those letters, and I want to just sit them to the side once they're all cut out. And now that the paint sticks are dry, we can assemble the frame. So now the printed side will be on the inside of the frame and facing the bottom. And we're just going to form this into a rectangular shape. And once our shape is in place, we're going to adhere it together with this wood glue from the Dollar Tree. Now I want to apply the glue to both ends of the long stick at the top and bottom of the frame. Now I'm going to use this tension clamp and put it in the center just to hold it in place while I apply a staple into each corner. And this will add extra support while the glue dries. Now I want to grab that foam board and I want to place my wood frame right on top. I'm going to grab a pencil and I want to trace the inside shape with that pencil. And then just carefully sit your frame to the side while it dries and place our board back on, and we can cut that board off using our X-Acto knife and a ruler for straight edges. So once the board is all cut out, we want to make lines across the board, dividing it into 4 even sections. So I want to mark tick marks into each end, dividing them into 4 equal sections, and then draw a line with my pencil, marking those lines. And then I'm going to take a Sharpie and I want to hand trace those lines out. Now I wanted this to look like shiplap, so I'm going to dry brush this white acrylic paint over the lines to make it look a little bit more natural. Now once that's all dry, we can apply our letters. Now I'm just going to lay them out evenly, and then once they're right in the place we want them, I'm going to apply hot glue to the back of each letter and apply it into place. And then I'm going to grab that greenery and I want to pull a few pieces from the stem. And then I'm going to take it and I want to glue it onto the board in the shape of the letter O. Now as you're applying, you want to make sure you overlap and trim the pieces as you go along. And here's the first round. Now I'm going to add a second round to make it a little bit more full. Now as a final touch, I'm going to add this little bow at the top of the O. And now we're going to take our frame and we're going to apply those tumbling blocks. We're going to apply 2 of the blocks to the inside long sides and 1 to the inside short sides, and we're going to use hot glue to apply them. Now to permanently secure the sign to the frame, place hot glue on top of the blocks and then press the board into place. Now I wanted mine to be interchangeable, so I'm just going to press it snugly into place against the blocks without any glue. And now you can see you don't see any of those tick markings on the front, you can only see them from the back. And here is the completed project. Now how sweet is this home sign? I think the shiplap look and the black lettering look so great together, and this really makes it look high-end. And I love the classic wreath for the O in this piece. Let me know in the comments which one of these projects was your favorite today. Hey, listen, if you love DIYs on a budget, give this video a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. Make sure that you're following She's So Crafty on Facebook for the latest news, sneak peeks, and giveaways. Thank you so much for visiting and checking out my tutorial today. If you like videos like these and you don't want to miss the next one, make sure you're subscribed by clicking that subscribe button below and turning on that notification bell. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.